Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to create another client system. So I got this system from a new client that I recently signed, and they have wanted two systems. And I thought before making this, I thought why not just do a YouTube video, make a video about this, a live build, actual live build, so you can see what my thought process is on how I actually build all my systems and everything. So before we get into it, let me just explain you what the concept is. But once again, if you're new, hi, my name is Aditya. And let me just explain what the system actually is. So, as you can see, let me just write client build. Okay. Yeah. So, what happens in the system? So, what they wanted to do, what they wanted to do in this system was two things. The first was they wanted whenever an email comes in, they wanted to automatically segregate into or separate into different folders. So, example, there was a folder called as interested for people that are interested. So I have a crack on my pen. It's not good. Then they have a folder for all the people that are not interested. Not interested. And finally, they will have a folder for people who are just subscribers. This can be from people who are in your newsletters or people who reply to your newsletter or something like that. And so actually there was not four, not two, sorry, there was four systems. Okay. And out of four, I figured out we can make three of the systems because the fourth one was like almost impossible. There's no way you can make that system as of now. The second was whenever a subscriber, like, so whenever a subscriber used to reply or send an email, and if it's a subscriber email, we should automatically reply. Subscriber sends an email. They wanted a system to auto reply. So technically, my thought process is to make both of these into one single system. That is what I'm thinking. The third automation that they wanted was from Notion to ChatGPT. So what they want is every single time they enter like a topic in Notion, they want it to automatically go to ChatGPT. The topic should go into ChatGPT and the output should again come back to Notion. All right. And they also want a topic. For example, let's say, what's a good topic? Let's say they want a blog. Okay, a blog of some type. Okay, so if I have a blog and I put this into a chat GPT and chat GPT outputs a blog, that's not a smiley face, that's an arrow. Outputs a blog, blog, outputs a blog. I wanted to put this blog, that is the output, inside a folder that's called blog folder, or a page. I think it's called a page inside of Notion. So this is the three automations that we have to make. So before we start, let me just make a blueprint on how I'm thinking of solving this. And they want to do this in Outlook, by the way. The emails and everything should be in Outlook. So before starting, let me just think how can we make this. So we can have a watch Outlook of some sort inside of Mail. We can watch the inbox, and we can watch inboxes, and then we can have Grok come in to read the emails. Okay, let me just write read email. Okay, so Grok comes in, reads the email. Then once we've read the email, then we want to separate it into different sections. So what I'm thinking is we can have it output a JSON. So the output of this grok should be, we can do a category JSON. So since we are having three different types of output, what we can do is we'll tell grok to output 1 2 3. Okay, so 1 2 and 3, one representing for people who are interested, two for people who are not interested, and three for people that are subscribers. Okay. Hmm. And one, and if they are one, it will move it to the interested folder, which is just right here, interested folder. Two for not interested, and three. But if the output is three, then we will do something subscriber, right? So then we can do something like, we'll have another AI after this. So we'll have another grok. Oops, my handwriting is just going terrible. We can have another grok which can read the email again and will generate a suitable reply, and we can send it. So we can have read email and come up with a reply, and then we can just send it. So we can do this for the first setup, which I think is good. I mean, I have to check if Outlook has the watch Outlook or watch email, because I know email does. I don't know about Outlook. We have to check that. The other thing, we have something else to do here. It's a good blueprint to have. Let's just figure out the second one. So this will be the first and second itself. This is solved. So we have both. We segregate them, as well as if it's a subscriber, we are auto replying them. Now for the blog, first we can have for Notion. So let's start from the back. Okay, let's start from the end product. We want it to bifurcate into different folders. So let's do blogs. Oops. Let's do blogs. So first I'm thinking we'll add a blog. Then let's do newsletter. So we'll have two pages for blog and a newsletter. I mean, from when we write a topic inside of Notion, we want it to come up with a blog and a newsletter, and then we'll bifurcate or separate it into two chains, not two pages. That is the blog and newsletter. So, but the thing is, I'm thinking we need a table or a database or a page where we can write all the topics. So we need to have a page, common page for all topics, and from this page, when we write a topic, for example, blog about, it's a blog about trees. I don't know, I just saw trees. Blog about trees. Okay. Then what we can do is we can have an AI come up, just like grok come up with the body for it. I mean, if it's a newsletter, it's a subject line and a body. We'll also put this in JSON. Let's do a category here as well, because when I categorize it and I put a JSON, it works, seems to work pretty good. We can do categories as blog or newsletter, or we can also do it with the category as one and two. So one will be for blog and two will be for newsletter. That is also an idea. And if it's a blog, it will go right here. If it's a newsletter, it will go right here. So I mean, for now, we have a rough idea of what we are doing. So first, let me just check my blueprint for the first one. That is, we need to watch Outlook, and then we have Grok to read the emails. Okay. So as always, we head over to make.com. Let's see Outlook. Outlook. We have watch messages. Do we have anything instant? Do we have nothing? So we have watch messages, which is perfect. Triggers when a new message is sent or received. We'll use that. So now let's just make a connection. Let's give it client automation. Let's put today's date 6/7/25. So let's do inbox. Limit will be for now. Let's do one. And we'll hit save. And we'll save that for now. Now we want Grok. So I'm going to go to create a chat completion. The account is all set up. Let's do DeepSeek. DeepSeek. The message. We'll put a system prompt and we'll say you are a helpful and intelligent. You are a helpful and intelligent. Just do assistant. Assistant. Your task is no. You will be given an email, and your task is to go through the email and figure out in which category does it fall under. There are two, no, not two, three categories. One will be interested. These are all the people that are interested in my services. Two, not interested. These are all the people that are not at all interested in my services. And three, subscribers. These are all the people that have hmm, what will I write? These are all the people that have all already bought my services. Okay, let's do that. And you'll say you will your output should only be in JSON. Don't wrap the output in this. The output should only be the number and should only be the number. Always follow this structure. Go up, I'll say category. So if it's one, it will output one. If it's two, not interested, two, and subscriber, three. Okay, now let's give it some examples. But for that, I need ChatGPT. Give me some examples of people that are interested, not interested, and give me some email examples. Email examples of people that are interested, not interested, and for people that means the subscribers, people that have already bought my services. For the subscribers, I also want to you to give me some basic replies. These should be the auto reply emails. Now let's phrase it properly. These are all the subscribers are the people that will receive these automated reply. Let's see what it gives me. Here are some examples. Interested lead needs a follow-up. Example 2, I'm super interested in automating my lead qualification. Can we set up a call this week? Not interested. Thanks for reaching out. I'm currently not looking for any changes. Not interested at the moment, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future makes it sound like I submitted this week's check-in. Let me know if you see anything off. Email to basic automated replies. Hey name, got your check-in. Attribute and share you updated progress shortly. Keep up the great work. Hmm. I don't like the subscriber. Okay, let's read this. Hi, I need to change my automation flow a little right now. The emails are going too fast. Can you slow them down? No, these are not. And subscriber emails, change the subscriber email. Make them more generic. Generic something. Just wanted to let you know I submitted this week. Hmm. No, this is not it. I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of, when people reply saying something like, you know what, I'm super excited for this to start working, and something like that. That is what I'm thinking. Okay, we'll figure that out. For now, let me just add the interest and not interested. Aditya, the demo, online coaching business, blah blah blah. Let's do some examples. We'll do user, paste in the example, we'll go assistant, and because this is an interested one, we'll output one. Go user again. Let's do a not interested at the moment. And the assistant should output two. And finally, user. Let's do here with the just got your email. Super excited for it. Or you know what? Just for safety, what I'll do is let's go here and I'll say if you don't, if any email does not fit any of the above categories, you will put them in the third category. Okay, so even if the AI doesn't understand the email, it will just go to subscriber. Or you can just do another folder like review or something. But for now, I'm just putting them into subscriber. So I guess that should be fine. And now we want user and we want to add the message, but I don't know where is the message. Body content type, I guess this should be it. I have no idea. I mean, we have to run this once. So just save this for now and link. Okay, and I need to send message. Hello, there we go. Subject. Let's do an interested one. I am super excited. Hi. We'll send this. Let's check Outlook. You should be getting the message. And there we go. Let's remove this ad. There we go. We have this message. Now, if I open this message, now I've read this message. If I just go back and choose where to start, choose manually. Okay. Yes, it is in the body preview. Is red false? Why is it false? I opened the email, it should be red. Okay, the email is right here. I opened it. That means it's supposed to be red. Why is it not red? Oh, okay. I did it. If I yeah, so I scratched my head for like 10 minutes straight, and I finally figured it out. So, you see, when there's this blue line, you see here, this is an unread message. So if I just go to this envelope and just click this, you see how the mail closed. Now it's marked as read. So now if I just go and run this, let me just run this again. Choose where to start. Choose email manually. Now if I do this, now you see it says is read true. That means I've read the message. It's perfect what we want. Now let me connect this right here, and if I just go all the way down, user, I need the body, so I'm just going to put that in. Yeah. And now what I'll do is I'll add a filter here, is red equals to true. And now, okay, wait, since we are using DeepSeek, we need to split that the result on the basis of thing, close the bracket, save. It's a JSON, so we also want to parse the JSON. JSON string, this will be, so we'll just write split. No, sorry. We'll write 3 dot split. Since it's an array, we want the second item from the array. Close the bracket and then we'll do this. Now it's perfect. So let's now try this. Choose where to start. Choose manually. Hi. And if I just run this, perfect. Now let's see what is the category 1 interested. Perfect. And now we have, yes, the JSON is passed. Perfect. Everything is going pretty smooth as of now. So now we have three different sections. Now I need to create folders. So now let's create some folders. So if I go to move, yeah, I already have some folders here because I was planning on how to make this, but I'm not going to use those folders. Let's just start from new so that you guys can see everything that I do. So let's say interested. I'll just add a YouTube, save. Why did it move that? Undo. But okay, so if I do it from here, it's creating a whole new. Hmm. Okay, you know what? Either way, let's just do that. Move. Okay, so it's moved to. Okay, industrial folder. No worries. We'll just. Do we have some other way to create folders? Create a new subfolder? No. Anyway, let's just create new folders from here only. Not interested. YT. Save. And we'll add another folder. We'll remove all these emails, that's fine. We just want the folders for now. Move, and we'll say subscriber. Wait, let's just take this message. Move to create a new folder. Subscriber, YouTube, save. Okay, so we go to Outlook, search, forward, reply, move a message. Oops, message ID right here, main folder, interested YT, and I'll add a filter if the category equals to 1. If the category equals to 2, we have to do the same thing, just change the folder to not interested. Message ID is right here. Folder will be not interested. Save. And third category is 3. Now this is a no, we just don't want to move it. If it's 3, we want to read the message. That is what I said, right? Yeah, if it's 3, we wanted to go to subscriber, we want to read the message and we'll send an email. So create and send a message, we can do that. Reply to a message, that is also we can do. I guess should we first get the message? I think we should get the message so that we know what message exactly are we talking about. Message ID. We need to try this. I don't exactly know. So if we get the message, I will get the email, but I need to check. Okay, you know what? Let's just do a subscriber email. I like your newsletter. Hello. And let me check if I got the email. Nope. There we go. So now if I just need to turn this to mark as read, cancel. Let's try that again. There we go. I really hope this goes down. Ah, okay, perfect. Now in the get message, what do we have? I like your newsletter, the body preview. Okay, so we have the full message. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Then we'll use Grok. We'll use create a chat completion. We'll say DeepSeek. The system prompt will say you are a helpful and intelligent email writer. You will be given an email. You will be given a subscriber email. Given an email from a subscriber. Your task is to come up with a reply. But the task is to come up with a reply, but it should be very generic. You need to give it some example. Where I'll just copy this example. I am there. I really like your newsletter. I mean, this email can actually go and reply to the person, but I don't want it to. Otherwise, the person would start to think that I am actually responding back to them. Well, it's just an AI, and then we don't want to do that. We'll say, did we say that we're going to put it in a category? Read, come up with a reply, send it. Let's do it in a JSON. Your output should always be in JSON. You guys must be thinking, why do I always do it in JSON? The reason why I do it in JSON is because we get to control what the key and value pairs are. If you don't know what key and value pairs are, the very simple example I can show is this. So the category is the key, and the value of that key is another number three. So it's pretty easy to you know make the key value pairs when you use JSON. So if I want my key to be response, and I in that response I have the whole email that I want to send the response of the or the auto reply automated email that I want to send to them. I can just use JSON and structure it how I want to be, so that it's not something random and every single time it doesn't change. Because if you just use AI and you tell it to just output in JSON, every single time you run it, the output will be different, and you don't want that. And it's very difficult to control, and your systems might just break. So the output should always be in JSON. Always follow this structure, and I'll just say response. Okay, and now I'll just copy this, go here. Thank you so much for your email. We'll get back to you within 24 hours or something like that. And I'll just add the user, go here, add the body preview, hit save. Now we again want to do the whole split and parsing. So I'll just call split function result backslash thing, close the bracket, save it, then we pass the JSON, split 10 dot split to, there we go. And finally we want to, what I'm thinking is, let's reply to a message. I think it will be a thread then. Message ID is right here. So what is, if reply to a message needs a subject line, what is the create and send a message? You need the subject line either way. Let's do reply, because in create We need the subject line and we have to create the body, but in reply we just need the message. That's all. I need the message ID. See, the subject line is not required. So every single time in make, if something is required, it will be bold. Like you see, this message ID is bolded. It will be like that. So in this case, the subject line is not important, but the body, we need the body. It is in JSON, right? And I don't know what this output will be. I guess the output will be response, a response, right? Yeah, if I'm not wrong. So the it will be 11 response, curly brackets 11 dot response. I guess that should work. Oh, I put it in the body content. Sorry. To I mean, if we are replying, I don't think we need this. This is not necessary. Let's try this. Let's see how that works. Use the same message, and we need to move it to a folder. Whoops. Choose where to start. Choose manually. Let's take this message, run this, and go. Okay, why did it move there? The message was, I really like your newsletter, and it just went. Yeah, that is the problem. Let me just try this again. Oh, now it moved it, and the message is gone. So interested YDF. There we go. Can we just remove this message somehow? Delete, block, translate, show, view, advanced action. Okay. I like your newsletter. That is not an interested message at all. I guess the prompting needs to be proper. Okay, this video is going to be way longer than it should be. Or what I'll do is I'll just break it into two videos. So the Notion and the Chat GPT, we can just make it in another video. Interested. These are all the people that are interested in my services. Should I give it more examples? I mean, I don't think the prompt should be any more different. You know what? Let's just take the prompt. Update this prompt in such a way that only people that are interested will go to the interested category. Update this prompt in such a way, and if they are not interested, they will move to the category will be hmm, so they will go to the category 1, and if they are not interested, the category will be 2, and everything else will be category 3. That's it. Set up calls, inquire about the automation, not interested. They're not interested in my services. Subscribers or others, these include everyone, existing clients, unclear emails, and updates. Categories. Only emails that express interest will be category 1. The emails that reject the service will be category 2. Everything else should be category 3. Okay, perfect. I'll just copy this, go back here, paste it in, and now let's try this again. So I need to send another email. Guys, don't send me email on my Outlook, please. I really like your newsletters. It makes it makes my day. Well, I don't write late newsletters at all. But anyway, just testing. And by the way, guys, all the blueprints for this automation, you will find it in the description below. So you can go ahead, download it. It's absolutely for free. Okay, so go ahead and check that out. So now we will just choose where to start. Take this, run this again. Oh, sorry. Where is the inbox? Mark as read. Sorry, my fault. Okay. Reply to an email. Now let's see if I did reply or not. Oh, thank you for your kind words. I'm glad you enjoy the newsletter. So see, that's perfect. So now it's in a thread. And now we just need to move them to a folder. So I'll just go here, move message, take the message ID from here, choose the folder, and now it will be subscriber YouTube. Okay, so that is all done. So now let's just test it with some other emails as well. Let's try an interested and a not interested as well. Hey, I'm super excited about automating this. Hey, can we set up a quick call? Let me just send both of Let me send both of these emails. Automate my lead qualification. Send. Let me also do a not interested. Hey Aditya, thank you for reaching out. Currently not looking best. Kunal. Kunal just rejected me. Whoa. Okay, that's a very bad formatting. What happened? Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. Send this as well. We have two emails. I'll change this to mark as read. Go back. Choose the email. Let's see, all the sections should work properly. Automating lead qualification. Perfect. Went to the interested section and I moved it. Let me check interested YT. Yep. We have automate my lead qualification. Perfect. Let's try the next one as well. Inbox appreciated, mark as read. Go back, choose where to start, choose manually, appreciated, and run this. Yep, it went to the not interested section. Perfect. So the first automation is ready. Now let's just name this client automation YouTube. Let's do client automation 1 YouTube. Okay, save. I'll export this as well. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you learned something new. As always, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.